Hi, my name is Kadra. I'm an enrolled nurse in this Cath Atkinson unit. This is a behavioural / rehab unit that your father's in. I would just like to fill out this form, which is a key to me. Basically, it gives us a background to your father and about his life so that we have better understanding and so that we can give him activities while he's here at this hospital. Just to start off, what is your father's preferred name?
Look, he likes to be called Billy, and I'm Susan, his eldest daughter, so I would like to be the main person if you've got any questions to discuss his care, so you can contact me, that would be great.
Okay, nice to meet you, Susan. Next question is, who are the people most important in your father's life?
Yeah, look, his wife is still alive, and her name's Tilly, and they've been married for 60 years. Then I'm the eldest daughter. Then we've got Joanne, who's my younger sister as well. Peter, who's our son-in-law, and also John is son-in-law. And we've also got, Billy's also got 4 grandchildren as well. So Louise, Joseph, Danielle and Catherine. So there's quite a large family, and we're very supportive of him and also for his wife as well.
Okay, that's excellent. So who should I discuss any decisions regarding your father's care with?
You can speak to me, so that's my phone number, which I gave you on admission, and also his wife as well. She would like to be present, so Tilly. So just put Susan and Tilly.
Tilly, Jenkins. Thank you. Do you have any special dates for your father?
Yes, Billy's birthday is on the 27th of February, and also Tilly's birthday is on the 22nd of June, and their wedding anniversary is on the 17th of August.
Okay. Does your father have any preferred cultural or religious practices?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. Is there any achievements your father's proud of?
Just looking after his family, like he's brought us all up, and as a protector, he likes to sort of have that sort of characteristic there. Yeah.
Okay. Where did your father go to school? Which school?
He went to school in Holmesville.
And that's in Victoria?
Yes, in Victoria.
What did your father do most as a child?
He grew up on a farm, so he playing on the farm, with the cattle, the sheep, and also just helping his own father as well with whatever work needs to be done around the farm.
Okay. What about as an adult? What does he do with his time?
As an adult, he was working, so he spent most of his time working. Usually the same thing he did every day. He have a quick wash in the morning, and then he'll come home, he'll wash and get out his work clothes for the next day. Mind you, these days it's in the shower, not the sink. Likes to be used. Didn't have much free time when he was working, so we didn't actually see him very often, like weekends and the evenings. He worked long hours. He also enjoyed playing football, and he still likes watching the football as well, and he barracks for Hawthorn. And he also likes to listen to the cricket over the summer period too. He would sit up late in the evening reading or listening to the radio, and also likes playing some games as well, like card games too.
Okay. What did he work as? What was his job?
His job, he was a carpenter by trade. He ran his own carpentry and cabinet making business, and he used to get up very early for work, and that's why we didn't see him very often. He worked long hours, and used to build furniture as well. Sometimes he would bring things home and work on them at home as well.
How would people describe your father?
He's a very proud man. Feels like that he's a protector, and also what needs to be done. He's very loving towards his family and the children, and very supportive of what our choices were, I suppose, as well in our own lives.
Yeah. Sounds like a good man. Okay. Does your dad have a preferred time to get up in the morning?
He likes getting up early, and I think a lot of that's related to with his job when he used to get up early, working the furniture business.
Okay. Hopefully we can keep that routine. what medications does your father need help with? Like in the morning, would he take them by himself? Or?
Look, he can take them by himself, but as long as you give them to him, he will actually take them. He's not sure of what they are. We have tried explaining, but he does forget his specific medications, but he will take them by himself. As long as you administer them to him, he will take them.
Does he have any foods for dietary reasons?
He's got diabetes. He's a type 2 diabetic. So we've had him on a diabetic diet for probably about last 10 years when he was diagnosed.
Okay. Are there any foods that he dislikes or likes?
Look, he just likes simple foods, sort of Australian diet. Doesn't like rice or pasta, and he was also not allowed to have the extra sugar as well.
Okay. So for breakfast, what would he prefer?
Look, he loves eggs and bacon, and he says this sort of sets him up for the day and fills him up as well. I think maybe it's also to do with getting up early, and his type of work is quite very physical and hands-on.
Okay. And for lunch, he would prefer?
He always has soup or sandwiches at lunchtime, something fairly easy and light. Yep.
Any preferences for dinner?
For dinner, that was sort of his main meal. Like I said, he would have a light lunch. He generally likes anything that's sort of fairly simple, plain food, but he also likes having a beer with his dinner as well. But we have been giving him light beer, but he hasn't noticed the difference with the light beer.
Okay. Is there any snacks that he enjoys?
No, he doesn't eat any snacks, but we do try and encourage him to have some fruit, but it is very difficult in between meals.
For his hygiene care, does he like to get up? Is he a morning person or?
He prefers the evening.
Evening showers. Okay. Does he have a preference for how he dresses? Is it very casual, relaxed, or?
He just likes casual clothes, his own clothes. If you try to put him in inappropriate clothes, he might get a bit agitated from it. And he doesn't like to be forced or pushed, bossed to get things done either. He likes to do it in his own time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he prefer male or female carers while in the hospital?
I don't know, because he hasn't been any issues. So male or female, there hasn't been any issues in regards to attending to his hygiene needs.
Okay. Does he have any specific morning activities?
He spends time in the shed at home. He enjoys just working and using his hands.
Okay. During the week, does he do any physical activities or exercise?
He's always sort of out and about on the property, just walking around. So he walks around a lot still as well. I think he just needs that sort of physical stimulus of doing things.
Okay. Does he have any past hobbies or interests?
No, he didn't have any hobbies. Just like I said before, he enjoyed watching the footy and playing footy and listening to the cricket.
Okay. So for current hobbies, that would be listening to cricket?
Yeah.
Okay.
He still enjoys those.
Okay. Does he have any favourite holiday destinations?
No, he's never been on any holidays. He's always worked long hours, and usually might be somewhere local, but not interstate or overseas, no.
Okay. What about pets or animals? Do you have any likes or dislikes?
We had 2 German Shepherds at home, and he's always had the animals around. And there was 2 others that passed away a couple of years ago, 2 other dogs. So he's always liked dogs.
Any preferred radio or TV programs?
He prefers the radio. I think the television sort of overstimulates him a bit, so he prefers the radio.
Do you have any books or magazines he enjoys?
He enjoys reading the Herald Sun, especially on the Sunday on his day off. I think the Herald Sun newspaper.
Any music that your father likes to listen to?
No, he doesn't like the music. He's just radio, as in talkback radio.
In the afternoons, does he have any routine or activities he does?
No, just maybe listen to the radio.
Okay. What about his bedtime? Does he have a routine for his bedtime?
He still walks around the property, at night time before he goes to bed, and he just checks that all the shed doors are locked and the gates, and just to make sure that the animals are locked up, and also puts the dogs in the kennel too. Sometimes he whistles a song when he's going around the house checking the windows too. And he said that it's a man's job just to make sure that the house is safe.
Fair enough. Does your father have any trouble expressing his needs? Or
sometimes he has trouble expressing himself. He might get a bit muddled and confused. But generally, it just depends on the time of day and whether he's tired or not as well.
Is there anything we can do to help?
You're probably just listening to him, because you'll generally get it out. It might take a couple of attempts, but if you just listen to him and be patient.
What makes your father happy?
Seeing his family, and like I said, fixing things. He likes doing things with his hands.
Yeah. And what makes him sad?
He doesn't get sad that often. Just he doesn't like being left alone as well, so he likes the contact with other people and socialising. That's okay, and as long as things are done and odd jobs are done, he doesn't like seeing things not cleaned up or put together. So that's why I think maybe it's to do with how he likes fixing things and checking as well.
Okay. If your father is distressed, how would he express it?
Look, if you can't work things out, he gets quite frustrated and annoyed, and he might start sort of moving things around and getting annoyed expressions on his face in the way he expresses himself. So just more like fiddling around with things. If something's broken, he will throw it out. If he can't actually fix it. He doesn't get angry, but occasionally he started to shout a little bit more or raise his voice, I have noticed.
Is he sensitive towards any physical?
The noise, I think, and the light, and like I said, he doesn't really like watching the television. I think it overstimulates him.
Is there things that frighten your father?
If he's not sure what's going to happen, and if something's out of his control as well, it can upset him and you can get frightened from that.
If he gets upset, what's the best way to calm him down or reassure your father?
Just to talk to him and listen to his feelings, and usually you can just distract him by talking to him. That's the best approach. Or talk about the dog or his children, and he'll calm down.
If your father has pain, how would he normally want us to treat his pain?
Look, he doesn't usually take things for pain, but if he's got severe pain, he might take some tablets, and he will take them. So you can offer and say it's for the pain, he will take them.
What are the major life changes for your father?
Look, he's been married 60 years. He's got 2 daughters, 4 grandchildren. He came from England with his parents when he was about 8 or 9 years of age, and he's lived here in Melbourne for that time.
Is there any other things that can help us to take care of your father while he's here?
Just to note that he did live on a large property as well, so he likes open spaces too, so he probably will enjoy going out into the courtyard area and wandering around, maybe even use the garden area to do some gardening, and also as long as, I think once before he was in hospital and he felt that the staff were bossing him around, so he may say that, even though it's not intentional. I can understand that.
Like confined space.
He doesn't like confined spaces, and just likes to be listened to.
Thank you, Susan, for the interview. Hopefully we'll pass this information on to our activities coordinators and other staff to help take care of your father while he's here.
No worries. And if you've got any questions, just give me a call or contact me, and I'm happy to go through some more information if you need it.
Thank you for your time.
All right, thanks. Thanks a lot.